What's up, guys? This is Trey's voice back out again for another video, and this is gonna be the first episode of my talk series called Speaks. It's kind of corny, I know, but this is just the first episode, and yeah, I'm starting like a new type of thing here, because one thing I wanted to do on my channel is like commentary videos and talking about like social type of issues or social things going on and stuff. So I think having a whole type of series like on my channel dedicated to that is very like good and organized. So yeah, this is basically gonna be the first episode. I think I already did make a commentary type of video on like the Boondocks, but that video's kind of trash. But so yeah.
And y'all, before we begin, please make sure to check out all my social medias on the screen. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and let's get into the video. A lot of people have been arguing like who can really say the N-word, whether or not people that's not black can say the N-word and stuff. And there's been like this huge stigma on it, and a huge stigma on like a double standard
since 2014, like basically saying like, oh, if black people can say N-word, why can't other people say it? And there's just been so much arguing about it and stuff, and it was crazy. But
however, there was a video recently by this guy named Brandon, and he was basically talking about how black people are hypocrites because they're like okay with their kind, like I mean not their kind, their people saying the N-word, but getting mad when other people say it.
Like how they're okay with it, but when other people say it, you gotta take offense to it and they gotta get all mad and stuff, and all this other stuff has to happen. But when their own people are saying it, it's not an issue.
There was this video of this white girl in CVS saying the N-word, and he was basically saying like, okay, so y'all dragging this girl that's saying the N-word in CVS, but if y'all gonna drag her, we need to drag all the other black people that's saying the N-word too. Say it. That's basically like the whole point. So yeah.
On both sides. Watch the video.
Niggers! Yeah, she's on drugs or something. You niggers!
Oh, lady, take a break.
I hate niggers! It's okay.
Now, me personally, I don't really care like who says the N-word. It doesn't really bother me when people like be saying the N-word that isn't black. It's not really, I honestly just don't really care. Like, it's not just something that's really like, that really like affects me or that gets me all mad or nothing like that. I feel like since we're saying it and stuff and we're like using the word and stuff, I feel like we shouldn't really get mad when other people use it. So like, I just don't really care, and like I'm just like kind of like okay with it, but unless they're using it in a derogatory way, like in a disrespectful way. Like if somebody's like, oh, you N-word, pig cotton, or oh, you effing N-word, then that's a big problem. They need to get dragged. But if they're not doing that, it's not really like something that's gonna get me like, it's not really gonna ruin my day, you know. It's now obviously the lady in the CVS was wrong. She needs to face like some type of repercussion for that. But however, she is like an old lady, so I don't think she should get like beat up and stuff, or I don't think she should like feel like she should get some type of repercussion, but not like beat up on the street or nothing like that, because I feel like she has something wrong with her mentally to make her say that. I don't think that was intentional for her to just be racist. I think there was something like legitimately like wrong with her, like
Girls inside. Let's give a rough analysis. I think she's a racist. We can call it for what it is. But the big picture here is that this is racism in America today. Somebody just running her mouth. Somebody just saying something. What can she positively or negatively do in your life off of just speaking words? If words hurt you, then you got a problem.
But I do feel like there's way more stuff to be worrying about. There's way more, like, yes, what she said is racist, but there is like way worse racist stuff going on, like people getting wrongfully convicted, police brutality, all types of stuff that's going on that's like more serious than just some words that somebody said at CVS, you know? Like there's way more stuff to worry about than the social structure of who can or cannot say the N-word. Her saying the N-word at CVS doesn't really affect your life. It doesn't really harm you. But meanwhile, there's all these other things going on, like police brutality and people getting wrongfully convicted, killed in jail, that didn't do anything wrong. Just all this other type of stuff. I honestly think this video could be more seen as like a funny meme than actually something that people will actually get like heated by, you know? Because like, it's just some random old lady. Like, who cares? She probably she probably didn't even know what she was talking about. She probably had something mentally going on, or maybe she's just stubborn because she was growing around racist people. But regardless, there's much more things to worry about, and that's just like a very type of small situation, and it's not like that big.
Other than that, the same people that are mad at that video, they think that this video is okay.
Murder rate increasing if I snap. Nigga, ain't no hanging out. We tape y'all off and double back, nigga.
And not only do they think that video is okay, they think this video is okay.
That nigga getting twisted. Nigga get the trippy, not the gravy out your biscuit.
If you ask me what I think, none of it is okay. If you're gonna be mad and offended because some white lady at CVS used the N-word, you should be offended when Nipsey do it. You should be offended when Young Jeezy do it. You should be offended at the word in general. I think the word should be abolished.
No, I do agree with him a lot. Like, I agree with like mostly everything he said in this video. Well, actually, I do agree with like everything he said because he was making like a lot of good points. Like, to be honest, I feel like there's gonna be so much arguments and stigma around the N-word and stuff. And if people are gonna have such a problem with it, then nobody should be allowed to say it. It's just too much going on for, like, I feel like people shouldn't pick and choose who they can take. I feel like people shouldn't pick and choose who they can take offense with from saying the N-word. And I feel like if it's going to give off so much controversy, then I feel like people should just stop saying it altogether. Like, either everybody is allowed to say it or nobody's allowed to say it at this point, because it's just, no. But however, a lot of, like, black people have argued that, like, people saying the N-word is different because, like, black people have retransformed. Lots of people say blacks reconstructed the N-word to nigger to nigga. Like, people reconstructed the word to nigga, a word that came from hatred and slavery and discrimination and stuff, to a symbol of love and power and stuff like that. Sorry, I have a whole script.
But however, there's been way too many black people saying the N-word in like disrespectful ways towards themselves, disrespectful ways towards each other. Well, there's been a lot of people saying the N-word and hatred, black people specifically. Like, there's been a lot of people saying the N-word in rap songs in disrespectful ways, like, oh, you broke ass nigga, oh, you pussy ass nigga, oh, you bitch ass nigga, like, just all types of stuff like that. There's been a lot of people saying it in a very type of negative way towards each other, their own race. There's even black people that call white people and other people a race the N-word, but they get mad when they say the N-word back. Like,
so yeah, I feel like, yeah, you can argue that black people reconstructed the N-word into like a symbol of love and power, but lately there's been a lot of people using the word as hatred and like negativity. And so I don't really think, like, at this point that's like a very valid like type of argument anymore. It's more into like, I feel like it's turned more into like a negative type of connotation. I feel like the N-word is kind of like just all over the place now for good and bad, and it's just kind of like mixed into, I feel like it's just kind of like mixed and a lot of people like in between about it.
To this factors, this is true. I believe the same thing, and that's why I said I don't have a problem with it, because I use the N-word all the time. I feel like if you're going to have a problem with anyone saying the N-word, don't say it your damn self. No one should be able to say it. But then there's a lot of people that are like, nah, black people have reclaimed the word and we should be the only ones who should be able to say it. It just doesn't work like that in the world. Clearly, it can't just be one group of people or one type of person or whatever to be able to do a certain thing, because then, you know, other groups of people feel left out and feel some type of way. And I know a lot of you probably like, oh, but we don't care what they think, I completely understand. But it does make perfect sense. Like, if anything, the whole world should not be using the word. If anything, no one should say nigga if it's such an issue. Like, that's really the only way. Either anyone could say it or nobody can say it. That's how.
And regardless of whether or not the word is offensive or used as power or whatever the excuse is for one group to use it, one group to not use it, I feel like because all different types of people are going to say the N-word either way and be slick about it, and a lot of these situations are probably going to keep on coming up as long as we have the N-word around in general. So there's not really much stopping it. And B, because
I say the N-word sometimes, and I hang around friends and stuff that say the N-word, and I actually think that the N-word can be used in like a funny way, like if it's like a meme or something like that. And because I like laugh with the N-word and stuff, not like in a hateful way, in like a funny type of way. Because the whole N-word situation is like very complicated and stuff anyway. I honestly just don't really care who says the N-word at this point. Like, I'm okay with people saying the N-word around me as long as it's not in like a derogatory or like messed up type of like bad type of way. Disrespectful way, that's when I'm gonna have a problem. But if they're not saying it like disrespectful way, then honestly, just who cares? Just I don't really like pay mind to it like that. But sorry, I'm reading a script. But I do also think that it's pretty messed up how one person can say the N-word in any kind of way, but act crazy and act like all emotional and stuff and flip out when somebody else outside the group says it.
These are facts. Historically, black people are killing almost double what white people are killing blacks, and black people only make up 13% of the population. I mean, come on, man.
Come on. If you're going to be outraged, you need to be consistently outraged. If you're going to talk about what's the biggest threat in black America, you need to talk about what the real biggest threat in black America is.
If you're going to rail against white people, at least be consistent. If you don't like white people saying it, you shouldn't like black people saying it. If you're so worried about white people killing black people, then black people shouldn't be killing white people almost double the amount of time. And everybody going to say, Brandon, you always against black people. If we wasn't cutting up so much, I wouldn't have to make this video. If we weren't sitting here acting like we're sad and depressed about every time a person used the N-word and they happen to be white, but we don't say nothing when our own people use it, I wouldn't have to make these videos. Y'all let me know, man. I'm sorry for the cussing that went on in the video, but I had to make a point. Am I
wait till I get rich so y'all can tell me that I'm selfish, but I got it by myself. Can't nobody say that.